So today we got my 2017 Suzuki Hayabusa, and we are going to weigh this. So since right now I'm pretty much done with all the winter mods, I decided to go ahead and throw it up on the same scales we weighed our 1000s on to see what it weighed. But before we do that, let's go over some of the mods that are done to this bike. And I'm gonna start with some of the most obvious bigger ones, which are the BST carbon fiber wheels, the full titanium Brock sidewinder, and yeah, I mean, big side, that's pretty much it. Now the other mods we got the DME clutch cover, we got a full Hayes T6 slider in it, we got the DME billet rear sets, which I'm waiting on a clevis so I can get the rear brake to work on this. This bike still has the rear brakes on it. It's only got one front rotor though. So, and it's a cut rotor. And that was cut by DME. So it still has that. We got the carbon fiber headlight. We got carbon bars. We got the DME upper triple. We got the Voodoo clip-ons. Got a couple of carbon panels on the inside of there. And then of course, we got the extended tail. And under that extended tail, we had a DME subframe, the aluminum subframe. So all of this, take into account as you're trying to calculate how much weight is on the bike or how much weight was taken off the bike. We also got the cut rear rotor. The arm is I want to say it's 70 to 74 is what this arm is. I don't know what that is, plus or whatever over the OEM one. Again, rear sets, Brock stand. We got the cut radiator, if you guys can see it in there, if you haven't watched the videos. And this was an ABS model. The ABS has been deleted off of it. So with all that in mind, right now, go in the comment section below and let me know what you think the bike weighs right now. Before we get into the video, pause it right now and take a guess. And I'm gonna go get set up. All right, so I got the bike up on the stands. We got the scales in place. And I'm gonna show y'all it is empty. There's no fuel in the bike. Absolutely nothing in there. Put this back on. All right, so now I'm gonna drop the bike down on the stands and let's see what it weighs. So I've been guessing just from what I know I've been taking off the bike and what I've been putting on the bike, how long the bike is, because obviously a longer swing arm, you're gonna gain a little bit more weight. And also I have a DME arm, which the DME arms are heavier than say like a Evo swing arm or any of the other swing arms that I've seen outside of maybe like the Macintosh arms. So the arm is a little bit heavier, but I know what I've taken off the bike and what I've done and what I started at, because the bike was 580 something, I think, stock. And I would say right now it's probably around, if I had to guess, it'll be 420 to 430-ish is my guess. So let's go ahead and get the scales on. Let's see. 0, 0, and 0. All right, let's drop her down. Front first. All right, front down. Let's get the rear. And then let's kind of bring this back a little bit. All right. All right, let's let the bike settle. Let's let it settle, and then let's look at the numbers. All right, so first one we got 249.9. On the front, we got 26.6 in the middle, and we got 154.4 on the rear. I'm not good doing math quick on the scene like that, so the numbers will be on the screen for y'all. I'm gonna add them up after I get the bike back up on the stands. But yeah, now that we got the numbers, let me put the bike back up on the stands to get it off of the scales, and then we will go over the weight. Hold on. So now that we got the weight of the bike, how many of y'all was actually close to guessing how much it weighed? I was actually, I guess the range, but again, you know, I've been, you know, working on this bike since it was brand new. Like, nobody's touched this bike since I got it. I did all the mods and everything myself. So I kind of know what I took off the bike, so that's why I guess between 420 to 430. So, and the bike weighed right at 430.7, I think is what it came out to be. So it's pretty good. And then we still got, I would say probably about another 10 to 20 pounds as well that I can knock off of it. Even more if I want to get deep into the money pit. But for now, you know, I think I'm at a good point where I'm at. And as far as like trying to keep the bike legal for like NHRA type tracks, because at NHRA tracks that actually check, if you don't know, you have to have a rear brake. So that's why we keep the rear brake on there for now. Will we keep it in the future? Who knows? It may come off. It just depends. So we just have to see how things go, especially since I'm moving back to Vegas, and the only track we got there is the Strip, and they're they are sticklers when it comes to stuff, because they are like one of the permanent NHRA tracks. So that's just something that I got to think about and see if maybe they're gonna be finicky about it. But if not, then we'll probably delete the rear brake. So that'll probably lose us like another 4 pounds or so, just getting rid of the rear brake, 4 or 5 pounds or so. And then we also are gonna end up switching to a tank shell, and we're gonna put a fuel cell and a battery up in the nose, which is gonna also give us a whole new, well, we're gonna have to switch to a aftermarket front rack setup as well. So that's even more weight that's gonna be able to get cut off the bike. So it's a lot of stuff you can do to boosters to knock weight off of them. There's guys out there that have their boosters down, you know, sub 400. But it's not an easy thing to do, and you don't see it done too often. At the end of the season, when I start, you know, taking everything off the ABS, the lines and all that stuff, you know, I started putting everything in a bag that was coming off, and I weighed the bag with everything in it, and it was like 7 pounds or something like that. So, you know, between that and the subframe, you know, and then swapping out the front triple and all that, my goal for this off season was to knock off 10 to 20 pounds, and that's what I did. So I'm happy with that. We should be able to get back to the track here soon. The weather's starting to get a little bit better. You know, we should be out of the snow season. We're starting to get back up into the 40s and 50s now. So the tracks are gonna start opening up soon, and the bike is ready. As you can see, everything, this is the way it's sitting right now, outside of this, because we got to get a clevis for that so we can actually be able to use our rear brake. Outside of that, the bike is ready to go. Oh, and we need to put fuel in it, obviously. But I think this season we should be able to get another personal best. Our personal best right now is an 873. So this year we're shooting for 8.6s. So we'll see if that happens. And I mean 8.6s with me riding it, because I ran the 873 with me on it. Actually, nobody else has even ridden this bike. I'm the only person that has ridden this bike. This year, I'm gonna try to see if I can get somebody lighter to ride it, to see exactly how much faster it can go, knocking off another almost 100 pounds of weight, which is me pretty much. So if I can find somebody that weighs down like the 150, 160 area or whatever, then I can put them on it, and then this bike will probably, who knows, it'll probably run 8.4s with somebody else on it, or faster, who knows, but we'll find out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, click that little subscribe button and click the bell notification if you like what you see, so that way when I post, you guys will get notified that the video went live. So until the next video, deuces.